And welcome back to Dragon Ball Z What If? What if Goku never hit his head? Part 6. Last time they had undergone training to face the mighty hordes and armies of FRIEZA. They all did their training, and FRIEZA eventually shows up. So they do the smart thing, meet him out in the middle of nowhere. Probably cranking their powers up just high enough to lure him over there. And Frieza comes out. Well, isn't this just a lovely little dirt ball? My God, it looked better from space. Oh, Vegeta, Raditz, Nappa, how are you? It's been forever. It's so good. I would have won. There you are. And there you are, you effeminate little turd. Oh, those are such strong words, Vegeta. Tell me, what did I ever do to deserve that? You're joking, right? Yes, I like to make a funny now then. Yes, I'm aware of what a little history. Not that it really matters. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing here anyway, Frieza? Oh, I was just in the neighborhood, stopping in, seeing out a cup of sugar, a little bit glass of sauce of milk, perhaps some Dragon Balls to grant immortality. Dragon Balls? Oh, you see, I tried to go over dynamic, but I couldn't get the darn things to work, so I just scrapped the planet. What? Frieza's lying just to see if he can get a rise out of him, obviously. But then I was told by an anonymous character over here that you were on your way to Earth, and I was wondering why on Earth would you be doing that, I wonder? Would it be because there are Dragon Balls here and you wanted to beat me? Well, truth be told, Frieza, there are Dragon Balls here, because I only found that out about a week ago. Oh, really? Would you be so kind as maybe hand them over? Would that be so kind? Would that be very polite of you to do? And maybe we'll be on our way then, perhaps. Might not even blow the planet up from orbit if I'm in a good enough mood. To which Goku said, we're not letting you take anything. We're going to give you one chance, Frieza. Get out of here now. And you are? My name is Goku, though you might know me, although my Saiyan name is Kakarot. Saiyan name? Oh, so there was another who lived. Tell me, how did you survive? Well, looks like my father was a bit. Looks like my father was a bit more clever than you thought, Frieza. Your father? What? Why you say that like I should know who it is? You should know very well who he is. You blew him up in front of everyone along with the planet. That doesn't really narrow it down. From what I understand, he was the only one to actually stand against you before you blew up the damn planet. Oh, that's Saiyan. Oh, he's your father? Well, now that I look at it, you do actually have a spitting image of him. But then again, all monkeys look pretty much alike to me. But to the point at hand, Zarbon, the Doria. Now, it should know, Frieza didn't bring the Ginyus in because he didn't think he'd have to. Would you be so kind as to take care of these fools? I mean, I'm sure you've been working out, Vegeta, and I'm sure that little Saiyan biology of yours kicked in a little bit, but I think Zarbon and Dodoria should be more than enough to take care of you. That's where I'm going to enjoy this. Indeed, poor Vegeta doesn't know what he's up against. And just, now then, who wants a piece? And it's like, you want us to take care of these guys? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'd want saving myself for the big guy. And just, and they just completely go through them like butter. Well, I wasn't expecting that. But I'm not a fool either. If they're that strong, you must have gotten much strong to just throw them around. I'm sure your power is nothing to sniff at this point, Vegeta. And Frieza just gets out of his little throne. Well then, why did we put it to the test? Stay out of this! We all have a dog in this fight, but I want the first crack at him. And to which Red's like, yeah, but what if you kill him before we get our shot? To which Goku's like, yeah, I gave him one shot, but ultimately, yeah, gonna kill him regardless. Because, yeah, I gotta avenge. Yeah. It was Planet Vegeta. My father was king. I get the first crack. Kakarot, do you have a problem with that? Fine. I see. Well then, let's see what you have, Vegeta. And just Frieza powers up. Yeah! Well, yep, that's about what I thought. And just starts up, and Frieza comes in, just gets bitch smacked around. Vegeta's admittedly taking his time, enjoying it, savoring it, boom, 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 smacking. You. If you think you're so smart, then maybe you knew this as well. This isn't even your final thought. Who told you? Goldo did, and I threw a dog treat him. True story. Really? Very well then. Last I clocked in at this power was 1 million. And they're sensing his power, and it's just like, yeah, he's got stronger. Most of them, except for only Piccolo and the Saiyans, can really take him on at this point. But still nothing we can't handle. Now then, Vegeta, let's looks like you have 2 left feet, Frieza. And he starts just, again, beating the ever-loving Krabba. I know you're holding back still. You're holding back still. If I'm going to kill you, I want to kill you at your strongest. He's now pulling the Goku here because, like, yeah, if I'm going to kill you, I'm killing you at full power here. I'll kill you! No, please. And just, again, just smacks him down. Finally goes in the final form. And now they can kind of feel the power up a bit. Like, something's not right here. Yeah. Vegeta, he's in his final form. Don't hesitate. Don't tell me what to do, Raditz. I'm going to give him everything. Go on. And Frieza's like, finally he's like, no, I can't. No. Because again, Frieza can tell. This guy can still kill me. Fire! And then finally he just blast the Gal gun, which probably bumps his power level to like a 20 million. But Frieza finally just what? To be honest, Vegeta, you probably could have killed me earlier. And he's just looking up now, just calmly. You probably could have killed me earlier. The fault is that foolish Saiyan pride of yours, letting me get this strong. 50% of my maximum. That's more than sufficient to take care of the likes of you. And then just starts to beat the living hell out of Vegeta. Raditz and Goku finally just like, we got you. He's like, oh. And after Vegeta, she's like, damn it all. It's our turn now. Damn you. Just kill him. Make sure of it. Kill him. I was like, we got this. Oh, please. You really think you can take me on? That's adorable. But this is the end of the road for you, Saiyans. Yeah, sure it is. Tell me, Vegeta, Frieza, one question. Why did you kill us? Why did you wipe us out? Honestly. Because there's obviously a reveal's coming here. And it's because he feared us. He was scared like a baby that a Super Saiyan could be born to challenge his power. That old superstitious legend again. But no, though there is some truth in there. That idea of Super Saiyan was a little frightening, I'll admit, but it's really just because you monkeys outlived your use. So, I see. Well then, I wonder, we picked up a little trick when we were training. Well, we were wondering if we could show it off to you. Please, there's nothing else you could do to scare. And then all of a sudden, to threaten me, and then finally the power up. Now, Raditz is around 1 million. Goku's about 1.5, which puts them now, conservatively speaking, at 50 million for Raditz, which still makes him weaker than Frieza. But Raditz is the only one here who still has a tail, so keep that in mind. And Goku's at 75 million. I might have said 50 million. It's like, what is this? And then they basically square off, and basically they've now grown just used to fighting each other, mirrored styles. This is your death, and they just charge it. Frieza can keep up with Raditz pretty well, because Raditz isn't as strong as he is, but Raditz is close enough that they can still fight pretty evenly. Goku, though, is overwhelming him and a superior fighter to both Raditz and Frieza. Now Frieza, you blasted monkeys! They must Kame, and both Raditz into a double Kamehameha. Kame! Frieza tries powering up to his full power. So times 2 blast Frieza, trying to power up while blocking it, but that's not really doing it because that's a full combined might of 125 million. Frieza's barely able to manage to throw it off his run, but he's just, I'll waste this planet into oblivion! As he's right around maybe 80-ish. He can't go to his full power at this point. He's just got too effed up. I'll waste this planet into oblivion! He's about to destroy it. Goku, but at this point, he gets a blasted in the back. This time, by all people, Nappa and Vegeta combo does it. Do it now, Kakarot! Run it! Go! And they just charge in, just basically tear him in half. Basically like they did in Cooler. Just boom! Goodbye, monster. You filthy monkey! And they just blast them away. And so all Frieza's forces like, getting out of there. They just hightail it out of there. And so Raditz and Goku land straight down. And Vegeta's still effed up, but he's alive. Senzu Bean will fix him up relatively quick. You bastards actually did it. You did it. I wanted to kill him. I wanted to feel his throat around my neck and waste him, but he died by a Saiyan's hands. That's all that matters. All right, we'll get you fixed up. Here, he does. And he gets a Zenkai, obviously. Pretty sizable one, too. Probably around at least 1.12 or 12.5 to maybe 13 million is what he's at now, which is actually pretty significant. So what are you going to do now, Vegeta? Well, perhaps we could stay here for a while. You've certainly got quite the planet, quite a hospitable planet. Maybe, but only if you belong to the... Of course, why would I start anything? No, of course not. No. But this, Vegeta's like, yeah, after all, you are the legendary Super Saiyans right now. Not like I could stop you if I tried. Which they can hear the implications, like the little hint on the now. It's like, you're obviously going to try to become Super Saiyans, aren't you? Well, I guess we're going to have to keep up the training, obviously, yeah. And so, now there's that nice lull period. Vegeta and Nappa continue training. Vegeta does do what he does, and tries to go into space after a while, seeing the Super Saiyan form and wanting to try to obtain it. He takes Nappa with him, obviously, and they go off for their own adventures. Goku and Raditz, meanwhile, continue to train with Gohan as well. And now there's been like a full year's time here. They can now access Super Saiyan on their own fine. They're now more towards actually, that's a good question. Where power level-wise would I think they'd be? I will say this. Raditz is now probably around Goku, a little post-Goku's power level. From Namek, so he's closer to he's beyond 3 million, but not by. And we're now getting to the point where me saying what the power levels are kind of don't matter. Goku is stronger than Raditz still, and particularly because at one point Chi-Chi agrees to take a day off for Gohan, and Goku and him spend a full year, his remaining year, in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like he has still about 10 months in this version. And so it's him and Gohan, and they spend the full 10 months together. This is drastic for Gohan's development, because he gets in the hyperbolic time chamber early. He's been able to grow actually sizably strong. He's probably around, say, like a 50,000-ish. But remember, he hasn't had his hidden potential unlocked at all. And honestly, that's probably why Gohan had so much potential. Honestly, it's because he had that boost. If you take that boost out of the equation, Gohan is just not as strong as he should be. Or as he would be in the canon series. But he's got the advantage now of going in the hyperbolic time chamber a year early, which I think is going to put his age now around 6 or 7. This is key for Gohan's development, because this allows, as they train, spend time together, bond, it shows off Super Saiyan. Goku explains what the Super Saiyan form meant, how to access it. It involved rage, and he's seen that Gohan does get rage boosts. So ultimately, they spend time together. And Gohan actually obtains Super Saiyan. Now, he doesn't obtain like Super Saiyan 2. Like, Goku doesn't see the Super Saiyan 2 form hinted at all. But I do think he is actually able to get Super Saiyan 2. Or Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan as well. Now, where does this put Gohan? Well, I think I'm going to put him roughly power-wise at, say, Goku's power around Namek. So around 150 million. Nowhere near strong enough to be doing, taking the androids on at this time. But easily powerful. So after that, they're all doing their thing. And then they sense the energy coming to the planet. And they're like, what the hell is that? That's a lot stronger than Frieza was. It's not. It doesn't feel like Vegeta. To which suddenly Raz realized, like, damn it can't be. Frieza's men. They must have gone and told him. Told who? His father. Cold. King Cold is much stronger than Frieza was. This one might be a little tricky, Kakarot. Now let's head off. And so they head there, and they, obviously same spot. Ironically enough, Cold comes out. Oh, so this is Earth. This is where my little poopsie died. And are they the ones who did it? That's them, sir. Yep. I actually burped a little bit on that, but I like that. That's them, sir. So you're the Saiyans who killed him. Well then, I must tell you, that's quite a feat. My son was one of the strongest warriors in the galaxy, after all. I'll be sure to put your names and tombstones after you're killed. And then, obviously, Trunks is there, but he's actually wondering why the hell Goku's here. Okay. But who's this guy? Like, that's not Dad. Like, where is Vegeta at the moment? And so, they immediately power up the Super Saiyan, and that doesn't go Cold's favor. It's like, what? No, I apologize. I was blinded by rage, by grief over my son. I wanted nothing but peace. I meant you no harm, I swear it. You filthy little monkey. Because I remember that whole scene when Trunks basically, I think you're nothing without this sword. And Trunks like, yep, and just blasts a hole through him and say, no, I'm sorry. I wanted nothing but peace. Oh, man. Maybe that's where Frieza got his whiny bitchness from. Anyway, they quickly demolish Cold, and that's when Trunks shows up. And he's like, who are you? He's like, you're Goku, right? Yeah, my name. And he's like, can I talk to you over here? And keep in mind, there's no Bulma actually here. There is no Bulma. Like, there's none of most of the group is still there. Even Gohan's there now. Like Gohan, because even though Chi-Chi wants him to say, Gohan's power is not. It speaks for itself, so he can still be an effective fighter. And she's aware that she hates it, but Goku even says, like, Chi-Chi, I'll die before I let anything happen to our son. That's it, and I'll die before anything happens to my nephew, Chi-Chi. You have nothing to worry about. Although I'm saying a bit more like Vegeta, you have nothing to worry about. And so, yeah, who is that? Oh, that's my brother Raditz. Raditz? But, oh man. And he just realizes that, look, I came here to tell you something, but I think I might have already affected the timeline a bit too much. Timeline? So, and he explains the androids in the future, and that he dies before he can say, I die before even going to crack at him. Wait, are you serious? Looks like Mom was right about you. Here, there's no cure for it, but in my timeline, there is. By the way, before anyone brings, because people still bring it up, there is no evidence to suggest he got the heart virus from Yardrat. People keep thinking that, and I have seen nothing that says that. Because here's the thing: you're telling me that Goku got the heart virus on Yardrat, went 4 years, because let's even say he got it when he left. Went 3 years of that virus just being like, cool. Yeah, I should probably kill him now. That's not how disease works. So no, for the people who keep thinking he got it on Yardrat, he didn't get the virus on Yardrat. Not to go real world for a second, the viruses show up all the time. So yeah, no, I don't really know, sound so upset about it. It just boggles my mind that people who constantly say that's no, there's no freaking evidence. That's just in your own headcanon. Anyway, and so Goku tells everyone, Piccolo, the whole lot, and so they train. And Piccolo at this point is actually training with Raditz and Goku and Gohan. This is big training for him now, and he sees the advantages with it. Plus, they're on decent grounds. I think him and Raditz actually get along pretty well. Halfway through, Vegeta and Nappa show back up, and they're both a little worse for wear, but they're back. And Goku and Raditz are training hardcore, Super Saiyan hardcore. Piccolo's training with Gohan, and that's a big training for Gohan as well. So they're getting massively stronger. Raditz, particularly, and Goku are trying things out that are leaving them extremely effed up. I'm not going to say exactly what that is. And I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm not even saying I'm going to use it, but they're attempting things. One of them I am probably going to use, but the other one not so much. But Radz and Nappa show back up, and Vegeta and Nappa all show back up, and they're wondering what's going on here, and they're currently at Caps Corp, kind of just relaxing. Bulma's allowing them to stay. They're at least chill, and two ships meeting in the night, so Vegeta and Bulma hook up, and Trunks is conceived. Because he still finds Bulma attractive in that sense, and she ultimately probably still would have broken up with Yamcha in most regular circumstances. Nappa's kind of just content being Nappa, honestly. He's not causing trouble, and there's good food on this planet, and it's all good. But yeah, in terms of strength now, they are definitely beyond their can of Goku is. Gohan is too, because he got Super Saiyan here, and Piccolo's a tough one because Piccolo didn't get the advantages of fusing with Nail. But I do think he is still probably around his canon level of power because he did train in Time Chamber at least once, and he still got one more year there. And I could actually see Gohan and him actually agreeing to train in there for that final year. I could see that happening, absolutely. In fact, why do we just say that happens? Because that just popped in my head. I'm like, yeah, this helps because Piccolo's still, he's still growing. He's got a good rivalry with him. He's growing close to them as kind of like his actual friends, and he actually grows to like Gohan a little bit. So he agrees to train him in a more, formal fighting style. And so this boosts Piccolo's training, Gohan's training immensely. And Gohan comes out, and Piccolo says, look, trust me, those androids aren't going to know what to hit him. As they look at Gohan, who, at this point, I think after 3 years of training fully with Super Saiyan, because the reason I think we didn't see final or a perfect Super Saiyan after the training with the androids is because it was only Goku, and he can only train Gohan, and he can train with Piccolo, who he basically had to train with in base, is really what he had to do. I'm sure sometimes he went Super Saiyan just to push Piccolo, but he couldn't train his Super Saiyan form. Here, they could train their Super Saiyan forms. I think, honestly, both Goku, Raditz, and Gohan have the perfected first stage Super Saiyan form at this point. So granted, the power level isn't going to be like drastic comparatively, but it is going to show just a level of control and power they have. And Piccolo's alluding something to, he's like, Goku, we need to talk. It's about Gohan. What happened? Nothing bad. It's just something you need to just be prepared about it. Be prepared with it. And yeah, that's implying that it's the same scenario that happened here where Piccolo saw the Super Saiyan 2 potential in Gohan. Now, Vegeta's like, so there's these androids coming. We'll be down to help you out. Down to save your behinds if you need it. I was like, yep, well, that's all well good. Which, by the way, this puts Piccolo's power, I'd actually argue, close to his canon power level after he fused with Kami. And so the day comes. They've been making sure Grads has been making sure that Goku takes his medicine. Like the week leading up to the androids showing up, he's just been making sure that Goku maybe takes like a 1 daily dose of the medicine. Plus, there's also, hey, take this to Bulma and get it okay. I know the term. Reverse engineered. There it is. I was about to say retrofit. I'm like, what? No, reverse engineered so we can have more on call, and then Bulma's just even richer. So, yeah, they make sure to have more on call. And so Goku, even though he does ultimately get the virus, has been taking his medicine, so even when he gets the virus, it does barely anything. Like, he's a little bit, to use COVID again, it's like for those of us who do get COVID, and I haven't had COVID, knock on wood, but those who get COVID but barely have any symptoms, is like a cold, basically. Like, Goku's a little stuffy, but he's actually fine. And, everyone meets up at the city, including Vegeta and everyone else, and they're ready, and they got to go find the androids, to which Yamcha still gets Yamcha'd, and they go out to the wastelands, and that is where part 6 is ending, where they go out into the wastelands to fight the androids. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.